Hey, Oscar, do you like Ronald Reagan?
Not as much as I like the Iraq War.
What about how much do you like Christmas?
About equal.
Oh, you're gonna love Last Ounce of Courage. Alright, Oscar, Last Ounce of Courage currently has a 1.5 on Letterboxd, a 3.7 on IMDb, and a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oscar, try and make sense of this fucking plot.
All right, I'll give you what I guess the makers of the film have given it. Years after his father's death, a son of a fallen soldier tries to reconnect with his grandfather, who is still grieving the loss of his son. That's bullshit. I'm going to give you...
It's not even the main character.
No. Okay, but so there's 4 plots going on in this film. The grandpa of the fallen soldier is trying to save Christmas from the liberal scum, SJW, Fox News hating cucks. The son is helping his friend turn an alien fun play into a Christmas into a Christmas religion film, and that's meant to be like rebellious and cool.
This movie, oh my god.
Also the son is trying to overcome his dad's death and help his grandpa save Christmas from the snowflake cucks. And the mum's whole plot point is that she is going out with a cop.
Oh, but also she's falling in love with her dead husband's best friend.
Who's a cop? That's the cop.
Who's a cop, but what happened to his wife?
I don't know.
Why does he have 2 children and she's never met? Because they would have had to have had kids at the exact same time because they're the same age.
Yeah.
Oh, so many issues.
So that's what's going on.
Most of this movie will be us unpacking that play that I think is...
Some of the
Oh, wow.
All right, if you ever want to know how to really quickly summarize a film, this film opens and ends with a Ronald Reagan quote. And I'll just summarize.
Everyone's favorite. The only president to leave in disgrace, right?
No, he was fine.
Nixon left in disgrace.
Nixon left in disgrace. Also, famously, not anymore. Ronald Reagan is loved by Republicans because he's kind of like...
He was like the fun Republican, wasn't he?
He was a bit cheeky. We're so... we are Australians.
As 2 Australians.
Down under. We're
gonna take down Christianity and American politics.
And jump into war. Famously, comedy gold. All right. So pretty much the Ronald Reagan...
right off the bat, Oscar, are you anti-war?
I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah,
no.
I don't love it.
No.
Let's actually, we should probably put this out.
Yeah.
Right away. If you were an American, do you think you would be a blue state or a red state?
I think I'd be Democratic, but there's so many more issues with that.
I know.
I don't like America.
Yeah,
I don't like American
system's
politics.
Terrible. I, too, would be Democratic.
Yeah.
Oscar, what's your stance on religion?
I think it should be in all schools. And I think the Bible's sick cool. We're gonna get real... If you're not...
I feel like I'm nearly an atheist, but occasionally I'm like...
I got a bit of hope.
I hope I'm wrong, you know?
I hope I have to... this is my religion. I think it's fake, but if it's not fake, I hope I've done enough good things accidentally that I get into heaven.
Oh god, we have a podcast. Stance. We're definitely getting into hell.
Oh, it's not gonna be...
It's gonna be...
We are sinning 101.
It's me and you and Joe Rogan just in hell.
He doesn't want to interview us.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna go out with Hitler. So you guys just hang tight. And then, what's your opinion on the Iraq War?
I think it wasn't great.
Yeah, I don't think we need to be there, and I think John Howard killed a lot of people.
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow, we've taken it. This is great. Oh.
So now that's off our chest.
Let's jump into this war little flick.
So,
all right.
No, but if you haven't enjoyed this so far, this podcast's probably not for you.
No, not for you.
Because we're not going to be talking lightly about this
no
fucking terrible film.
I think we can. I think in America you have to care about this other people. Not Australia.
No, we don't
give a shit.
It's
Fuck
like,
you guys.
Do you remember how like when the Simpsons would travel in their episodes?
Yes.
And they would make fun of other countries and cultures.
Oh, yeah.
And every country got upset. And when they came to Australia, we all went, oh, they've nailed us.
We are the Prime Minister in the pool at a lake.
Naked.
Is beautiful. So this is our take back. So it opens with pretty much a quote that's like, listen, every generation, people have to die for America's freedom. I'm sorry, that's what goes on. We're then introduced to...
It's a fucking it's too much.
It's
I'm glad somebody read it out. Because I was not going to read it.
We can't read.
I am greatly illiterate. I'm not even reading from notes. I'm just counting fingers on my hands until I remember the film.
I'm up to 412.
I painted each finger like it was a character. This is Christian.
This is the Iraq War, my pinky.
This is Christmas, my middle finger.
Oh, god damn it.
So we open with some found footage of the family playing together. We're like, wow, this guy's smothered in cake. Going, oh, he gets away with it because he's my best friend. Oh, god, I'm smothered in cake. I've got so much cake on my face.
He brings a guitar to the wedding, and I was just like, you know what, you deserve to die.
Oh, god. You know, he probably broke out so much acne. Like, I was really rocked by how much cake was on his face. So then after we see them as a happy couple, it cuts to intense drums.
Yeah.
Last Ounce of Courage comes up on the screen. We find out it's based on a book.
Yep.
I don't think it is. It then cuts to he's saying goodbye to his pregnant wife.
Yep.
And straight off the bat, there's lots of shots where people don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
But just look at each other for a very long beat.
That's the American way. Beats. That's the American way, baby. No talking, just hard, long stares.
Because they because the mum comes up, looks at him, and then just pats him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Your son dies, and the last thing you did was go
a gentle pat.
If anybody ever gave me a gentle pat, like, one, I don't like to be touched.
Yeah.
So I would scream and cry.
Of course.
But not be happy. I guess what I'm trying to say is I wouldn't be happy.
No. Also, you're getting sent to Iraq to die. We then open to another opening of a man on a hog with the American flag on the back and a little Christian cross at the top.
I hate a flag on a bike. He was and I went, fuck this.
Oh, God.
I do not want to see a guy with an any flag. I don't like... I'm probably against, like,
nationalism.
Patriotism. Like, I'm like, fucking leave everyone alone and just let them live. Don't get in their face about things.
But I don't get...
leave people be.
This is set in a small town.
Yeah.
You need to know that. It's a small town, which I don't think anyone gives a shit about.
No. Because here's the thing. They mostly make a point of, hey, leave people alone and do their own thing.
Yeah.
But only if you're Christian into Christmas and for the Iraq War.
They constantly go, listen, I wouldn't mind if a Muslim did it. No, you would mind. There's no way around that. Anyway, so our protagonist, I guess, the grandpa...
Yeah.
Is on
He's
a
not
bike.
a protagonist, I'll tell you that.
He's kind of
the antagonist.
No, I mean, in any other film he would be. He's pretty evil looking.
If this was like Gran Torino, he would get killed.
Yep. Clint Eastwood
actually, no, Clint Eastwood's a
No, he definitely would be. He made this film.
This was Get Out. He would be killed.
I think Get Out would think he's too silly. He's not nuanced enough. They go, nah, it's
Jordan
silly.
Peele's like, this isn't a character.
No, this is ridiculous.
If he was in Us, he would be killed. He's what comes up. Oh my god, it's my doppelganger.
Yeah.
It's just Lupita Nyong'o looking at this racist white old man.
We gotta save Christmas.
I've got scissors.
He then monologues about war and dying war. He goes, I fucking love war.
This is intercut with horrible handheld shots like a student film of a warehouse with a grainy green filter over it.
Yeah.
And people just like running around.
The grandpa's just like, hey, I think dying in war is really cool. But when your son has to do it, it kind of sucks.
And there's about 4 people narrate.
Mm.
And then, oh god, this is chilling. He's like, and then there came a day, and I'll never forget that doorbell.
Ding dong.
And I was like, you're gonna answer the door?
Carl, he's a man.
He's in the kitchen.
Let the wife come downstairs and answer the door to a...
Because the mum's upstairs and she starts fucking crying.
Yeah.
How does she know?
Oh, I think you know.
Has nobody ever rung the doorbell?
No, but you know... Oh, wait, the mum upstairs or the one that gets answers the door?
Upstairs.
I just think you just
She just started crying.
I think if you know if your husband gone to war, you hear screaming, go...
You come downstairs, your mother and father-in-law are stabbed to death, and you're like, oh, think I thought my husband had been killed in war.
Oh, thank God. No Taliban got him. Thank Jesus.
Oh, he doesn't get to be like, I'll never forget this. You didn't answer it. You didn't even go up and say hi to them. You stood in the kitchen, you went, no.
Rats.
I'm not going to deal with that. Hey, you know what I'm going to do with this morning coffee? Repress.
That's pretty much his whole character arc. He's just going to repress his son's death.
Anyway, this is where we get our first shot at a homeless man with long hair and in a hat at the funeral. And I went...
they show this man, and what did you think? Because I immediately thought what I thought.
Yeah.
Should we just say it?
Yeah.
It's God.
Yeah.
It's God.
Well...
They fucking had the balls to be like, listen, we're going to put God in the film, and he's going to prove this message.
Because here's the thing. After the movie happens and he gets shown to be God, I went, how do we know he's not the devil?
I think so.
Because he could be the devil.
I think
he's dressed like he literally looks like the villains in Doctor Sleep. If you've... I don't know if you've seen...
I've yet to see it
Here, let me get you a picture of the main antagonist in Doctor Sleep.
Oh, yep, that's him.
Yep. That's him for sure.
That's the devil.
They wear a hat. She's called the Hat. Alright? I went, you know what look, that might as well be him.
He looks like that crossed with like a slave owner. And a biker. It's not great. He's meant to be God.
God. Anyway, so there's just lots of scenes where people are just staring at each other. The husband's dead and the wife goes, I'm gonna move.
Yep.
Why was she living with the parents anyway? Does she not have parents? Does she not have income? I
don't think so, no. I think she was around the place. I think like small town, you must live close to your parents.
Anyway, so
I'm glad to make general sweeping statements about America. I don't know. I don't think they have roundabouts. So you think, this is sad.
Smash cut! Rock song! 14 years later.
Fucking 14 hogs just...
Cut to, a man puts a dwarf on a table.
They're at a chemist.
I was so disorientated. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, this guy, he's like, hey, what do you guys want? This guy shyishly is like, opens his shirt.
Yeah.
You think he's going to show a gun, and he's been shot with a bullet. But who shot him, Oscar?
They say he shot himself. Now, I'm 100% convinced they are involved in gang violence.
Oh, for sure.
Which makes it even better, because at the end of the film, the bikers help. Which is meant to be like a, hey, look, don't worry. I'm pretty sure that man has murdered a minority.
We constantly see them at their own, pub or their bar. Yeah. And we know for a fact they've ransacked, raped, and pillaged that bar.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Killed everyone in it. Blood everywhere. And he's constantly like, hey, can everyone stop raping and pillaging and watch the television?
The news is on!
Fox News is on! Everybody turn your heads!
Oh, God.
They all then, because the main joke, because bits of this movie want to be comedy, want to be family comedy.
Yeah.
And the main reason they have, is it small person, dwarf? I heard that small person's the N-word of that community.
I've heard midget is. I'm gonna say dwarf, which does sound fair. Here's the thing. I think if you're not saying maliciously, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
So basically, because they basically use this person who has dwarfism as comedic relief just to be picked up and put places.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's
not funny.
No.
That's not comedy. We've seen
comedies.
Marlon Wayans' Little Man. We know it's never funny when it's just Little Man's the only gag.
No, the only time when it works. I'm not seeing Bad Santa, but
I do like Bad Santa.
Is that bit
You'd
good?
like Bad Santa.
I need to see it. That's my Christmas movie list.
Yeah.
I'm very keen to watch
Bad
it.
Santa. Are you coming to Die Hard this Friday?
Yeah. That'd be good.
No.
Yes.
We're making plans. We're friends outside of the podcast.
We're going to keep this in so you know that you don't have plans. The Iraq War's great. Oh, God.
So, anyway, here, if you're like, God, this film sounds like it's subtle. know that it's not when the main character's literally called Christian.
Oh god, they call him Chris, and then at midway through
Christian?
Oh yeah, Christian went, for fuck's sake.
Christian?
For fucking sake.
They're like, hey, this is Chris, and I went, oh good, something about this movie's normal.
Yeah.
Nope.
This is the funniest interaction. They walk in through the door. He's got this like Bieber haircut, like swishy look.
Oh, it's so 2012.
I love it.
Actually, no, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, that'd be 2012.
Okay, alright. I feel like that's a little bit after.
It is. I think everything in middle America gets to them like 4 years later. They just found about Shakira.
It's LA, isn't it?
Well, that's what they call.
There's
the
no
grandpa. He again meant to be the good person. He goes to shake the boy's hand, and then he goes, "That ain't one of those LA gang shakes." And the boy's like, "No, Gramps, it's one of those traditional handshakes." You're like, "Oh, we're rooting for these people."
He basically was like, "No grandson of mine pats and smacks my hand.
You will kiss it like a gentleman.
Now take me to prom."
There ain't be no gay stuff, though. I am a Christian.
So anyway, Christian takes his grandpa to prom.
He does.
When we're at the prom...
They butt...
Should we do a movie where we just lie the entire plot?
That's what we lied about elves. We watched Elf and we just added the Nazi stuff.
We just added all of it.
So then the grandpa's like, hey, here's my box of my son's stuff. Go watch it.
So hang on, before this, Chris is like, where's all the Christmas stuff?
Yeah. Oh, for fuck.
And he's like, oh, people are trying to pass laws to get rid of Christmas. So that's why we don't have a daughter anymore too.
Yeah.
Right? Because he watches those tapes that he finds. Yeah. So their daughter left... And you kind of get the vibe it's because she's a lesbian, I think?
That or like a Democrat.
Yeah.
Something.
So...
She's not a full-blooded American.
Yeah, she's not full... Yeah, so anyway, or we get the sense that she was also against... Christmas, I guess. I don't know.
Which is... and this is the big argument throughout this whole thing. No fucking way is Christmas being attacked.
No.
We live in a pretty chill place. We've got Christmas trees up everywhere.
We're literally sitting in a place filled like if you want to celebrate Christmas, celebrate it. If you don't want to, nobody gives a fuck.
No.
You just do what you want to do.
Exactly. That's the
Take the holiday and run with it. Like
their whole thing is freedom's being attacked.
Yeah.
And they're like,
is Christmas a freedom? Like you've lied when Jesus was born.
Yeah.
Like because we constantly talk about this. We structured our calendars around estimating when we thought Jesus was born and we all went fine.
We'll do that. Here's my thing though, Carl. Christmas is being attacked by liberals. So what are you going to do about it?
Are they?
No.
Are they?
I was thinking this. No way is this small, tiny town in middle America not doing Christmas. Yeah. I don't know who is... they have this weird zeitgeist that Christmas is trying to be cancelled. The whole town is on the exact same wavelength of we wouldn't mind a tree in the middle of Christmas. And they go, nah, those Democrats in Congress are shutting down our tree. What the hell? I just don't get it. Just put a fucking tree up. They are so adamant that Christmas is being attacked. Anyway,
this writer's sitting on a rocking chair with a jug of lemonade and is like, what if everybody was a Grinch?
Also, I think we should stay in Iraq for a bit longer.
Because then we get, and I'm going to be bringing up this quote a lot.
Yeah.
So the grandpa and his grandson have a discussion about war, and the grandpa goes, I wouldn't trade my time in the war for anything. Remember that. Because as this movie gets more grisly and violent and monologue-y, it gets to a point when I'm like, you still wouldn't trade your time?
In the war? And I think what he's trying to be...
What was he in?
Well, that's what I was trying to work out. So if this is filmed in 2012, 14 years later, this is before the war on terror. This is just the war in Afghanistan, which bad, but I think he's in the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
He's meant to be in that.
Yeah. So we also we have a handful of questions. One, they haven't been home in 14 years.
Yes.
Why have they chosen to come home now? It's my understanding they're home for Thanksgiving and Christmas, yet Chris is enrolled at school.
I think they're moving back here.
But
no
living in their home?
I guess so.
Because they didn't rock up in a moving truck.
No. I think they just came back. That LA culture. They're always with their empty houses and no morals.
Yeah. Anyway, he meets some chicks who are the daughters of the dead dad's best friend.
Yep.
At school, they're like, hey, Chris. Hey, Christian. Yo, Chris. Yo, Chris, don't you walk away from me. Hey, Chris. 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 Chris? Christian. Chris. Christian. Chris?
Oh, yeah, hey.
Oh, Chris. What's wrong?
Oh, I just don't, like the Bible's not being taught in this school, yo, whack.
What? Are you going to the principal's office?
Oh my god, yeah. So Chris's first day at school, he's at like the thing, and then the principal's like, I have to go to the principal's office. The principal has like this brown sack, which we assume is like weed, a gun, a knife, something malicious.
I thought it was a dildo.
I thought it was a big cock.
I thought he was going to shove a giant cock up his ass. Or up the principal's ass. I was surprised the principal didn't let him off and be like, I'm sorry, Christian brought this dildo in for me. He is a I was going to say dildoer.
A dildoer. A dildoer.
Dildoer.
But what is it, Carl? It's the most contraband item in the world, actually, I think. Schools aren't allowed to use it. What is it?
He's got a Bible.
That is sickening.
And spoilers for the Shawshank Redemption, I think they're worried he's going to tunnel out with it.
I'm tunneling out of this fuck state.
I'm tunneling to somewhere with Christmas.
I'm tunneling with someone with not Christian values. I want to be a Muslim.
Basically, he's like, hey, look, the Bible is confiscated. You didn't know that. Even though we've brought in your family so we can go, don't worry about it.
Not a big deal. Also, the school counselor, I think, so corrupt. She's like, we'll let this slide. No one needs to know about it. Insane.
Well, because then
what else they let through?
So then the grandpa walks outside. They bump into the janitor. The janitor's like, you realize there's actually not a law. And the guy's like, oh, wait a minute. Goes back inside and he's like, so he could have his Bible if he wanted.
And then the principal's all sheepishly like, well, we don't want to get sued.
Who's suing him?
Who would
sue a school over a Bible?
This is like the most like Fox News energized, just like, they're trying to take our Bibles and Christmas.
Nobody's gonna touch your pretty little Bible, alright?
No, exactly.
Like,
also, like,
I don't get it.
What are they complaining about? No way this has ever happened. This is like Ronald Reagan's fantasy of America, of how they react.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Did Ronald Reagan write this?
He did star movies, so maybe he did.
Do you reckon they wrote it and they were like, oh, do you know who we should get to play the main actor? Ronald Reagan.
He's dead.
I do love the fact that the principal's on the phone and he's like, yeah, we don't want to get sued. Sorry, I'm still on a call. Yeah, so it's the play that I wrote. It's called A Space Odyssey. And I went, color me intrigued.
Oh,
what's this guy cooking up?
I'm going to say it right now. I would love to see the space opera that they've made. Anyway.
So Chris starts asking the question at the dinner table, what did my dad die for?
God. And the grandpa's like, he fought for this country and Christmas.
The dad stands up out of his chair and is like, he's right. What did he die for? Getting very southern.
Oh, I think you have to.
Got him a lot of molasses flame. What did he die for? Now I'm getting more like Quincy.
Quincy, yeah, I'm gonna run that bank. No, but
take this gun, I'm gonna shoot you.
Oh, the grandpa is literally just like stands up like, I've been too docile. I need to defend my American rights.
Like a dying Labrador, I've shit myself and been docile.
Oh, I just don't get it. Because then,
So anyway, the Christian goes up into a giant attic.
Yeah,
an attic. Bigger than the world.
It's a Colosseum. It's
a
Colosseum
God.
attic.
I assume you must have tunneled into a fucking emperor's tomb and been, okay, what Christmas items have they got up here? The Christmas items aren't fucking hidden.
No.
They're there. They pull up a sign and they're like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And I'm like, well, isn't this the reason you went up there?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you all be thinking the same thing?
This is massive sign that says Merry Christmas, like, we could use this. Like, no shit you could use that.
Hey, we could put this up. You reckon Christian would have lost it and been like, yeah, we're gonna fucking put it up. That's why get out! Get out!
Get out of my... Walk 40 kilometers that way and get out my Colosseum attic.
Oh, God. Why would you... You know what? We're leaving you in the tomb. You can die with fucking... I was going to say Tupac. Who's the Tutankhamun?
King Tupac.
Tupac and Carmen.
Tupac's buried in an attic in some Republican state that hates... Here's the thing. The villain in this film is Congress, which is weird. I don't know why any American politician would give two shits about a small town having a Christmas tree. Like Starbucks does it. It's it's fine.
Oh, people don't mind.
They've manufactured this evil overlording thing that's trying to take Christmas.
Well, they contradict themselves because at the beginning the mother is like, people only care about Christmas trees and presents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's Christmas.
That's Christmas. What do you fucking want?
You mean you're just angry they've taken away Christian Christmas?
Yeah.
But even then you put up a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want? What do you want from me? Anyway, I don't know how they... Anyway, it gets revealed he's the mayor. I don't know what to do with this information.
He works as a chemist, and then on his part-time, he's the mayor of the town. This town must be so small stakes. I still don't understand. Who cares? Anyway.
This is where we get it explained to us that basically atheists won this town.
Yeah.
I'm like, why'd you all cave if you're all so Christian?
So angry. If you have a flag on your motorbike, no way you're just going, well, they got us there. Do we ever see anybody in the town against Christmas?
I reckon they're just pulling a gag on this main dude. They're like, hey, have you seen how much of this guy gets his panties in a twist whenever you're like, oh, let's not celebrate Christmas? Shall we do it as a town? Let's fuck over the mayor. Because they get to a point where he's like, hey, it turns out there's no law against Christmas. Well, then why do people stop celebrating it?
That's my thing. I don't get it. I get if you go for the consumer angle, the Christian value has been stolen. But they're saying that in this film, all Christmas is banned and no one can celebrate anything.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
The kids dress up their house and it's this shot where it's like, wow. They've dressed up their house. And I'm like, your house looks like shit. Your house across the road has much better Christmas lights, Oscar. If you're doing a whole movie that has this giant point on Christmas, fucking deck out the house.
Deck the halls.
They've gone to fucking Kmart and they've gone, we've got a $20 budget. We spent the money on doing those fucking house-to-house calls. We need some money to put lights on the exterior.
Let's go into that, what you just referenced. So Mike Huckabee, who is a Republican congressman, I think, and used to be a pastor, got into some trouble because to advertise this film, he organized 4 million robocalls to be sent out to Americans to promote this film. Now, Carl, that's actually a crime in America. So it's now been a lengthy court battle that got settled last year. And
last year?
Last year. Wow. It got dropped back up. Finally, the total tally that this, I'm not sure who owes the money, but someone has to pay $30 million in, for this crime.
It's the actor Christian.
It's the actor Christian. He's got some money for this. This film, just for context, cost $1 million.
So they would have made 3 times their money had they not been sued for 10 times their profit.
For pretty much... for treason.
Yeah.
Ironically...
How did they not know this was illegal? They just thought they could get away with it?
I think the senator goes, it's fine, I can do it. And I think he's finally someone... It looked a bit like a spite thing. Not a spite thing, but it kept getting dropped, and then people went, hang on, you did what? I think they were trying to destroy him. Either way, hilarious. Ugh.
So anyway, the mayor decides to put up some tinsel and some lights.
Yeah.
To which reporters come in and are like, this is unconstitutional. Thoughts? He looks like he's tipping out of his fucking machine.
It is literally, satirically hilarious. He's in a scissor lift, and for some reason, he hasn't got out the scissor lift. He's just angled it on 45 degrees, and he's talking to, the reporter like that, going, oh, I think that, anybody can... He has these weird monologues.
Oh, you have so many
monologues. He's constantly any religious symbol can be displayed. You can be Jewish, Islam, I don't really care. Do we think that's true, Carl?
So, I think that... You know what I think is funny? Is I think that, the movie itself is trying to cave to the values that the movie hates.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, well, we don't want to offend anybody with this film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, at least fucking stick by your dumb values.
Yeah, no way that... Imagine... Have you seen that This Is America sketch where Sacha Baron Cohen plans to build a mega mosque?
Yeah, oh, it's so good. We'll be putting
It's that town, just for context.
I love that one. We'll be putting up a wall. Yeah, that's good. Keep them in there. We'll be to keep them safe, actually, from you. But Hillary Clinton will be paying for half of it. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. She's a piece of work. That mosque bit is my favorite thing Sacha Baron Cohen's ever done.
I love that character.
Love the. Do you want to do 1 or 2? It won't make it. It's got a camel.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so then the villain of the movie, I say villain very loosely, is a congressman that comes down to this town and tells the mayor, you can't do Christmas. He doesn't have a reason, really. He's like, it's like separation of religion and states. We're not lawmakers, especially not in American politics. I think they're both wrong.
Wait, hang on, we're not lawmakers? God, fucking get rid of the rest of my notes.
So that's the main plot. I think the mayor is trying to save Christmas and the little boy is helping.
So
there was a subplot with the tomboy girl who reminds me a lot of Joey King. Did you get that sort of vibe?
I thought she was the best actress in the film.
I think so.
She actually had like I thought if she wouldn't have come off so strong if everyone hadn't been so poor in the film. Because she's actually in Atypical.
Oh yeah,
like really? A reoccurring role in Atypical.
Oh nice.
So clearly she can act. She's in things.
Yeah.
Unlike anybody else.
Exactly.
The film.
Oh no,
the
main actor, the grandpa's in a lot of stuff.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not even think to look him up. What
he
else
was a colonel in his past life, and then he's in a lot of those films. You go, yep, you've done.
2011 on Metacritic.
Yeah. Yeah, but sorry. So the subplot is this girl they're in a play together.
He's in a lot of Michael Bay films.
Oh,
yeah,
so the
he's what's underground in 6 Underground.
Shut up. Anyway,
he's what's
shut I was doing this plot.
Let me do my gag.
I'm not doing a gag. This girl, they're in a play together, which sounds like a great play. It's a space odyssey thing. Their plan is to prank the play by turning it into a religious play.
It's the polar opposite of what people would actually do.
Oh, it's the exact polar opposite.
like the director clearly watched a Christian play get pranked into an alien play and went,
it can be done the other way around. They are probably, I'm not even joking, the lamest bunch of kids I've ever met. They're drama kids who are mega religious.
Oh, they try and do like this whole thing where they're like, what are we going to call it? It's called Operation Christmas, and they're like, what about Operation Susie? I like Operation Susie. And the kid's like, what about Operation Fucking Kill? And they're like, yeah, I like Operation Fucking Kill, and how about we put in Bloody Murder too? And they're like,
but again, it's
Christmas.
It's G, so it's flippin' bloody vagina.
Yikes. So we also meet the drama teacher, who is so over the top, trying hard to be funny. Like, we've seen this guy.
Do you know who that man is?
Oh no, who is it?
It's the director.
Oh, no.
So just for context, the director of the space play, who is comically gay, bit flamboyant, is the director of the actual film. The only person who's kind of like artistic, a bit left-wing, it seems,
is the fucking director.
Yeah.
Did the director do this as a gag against Republicans? And was like...
I don't know.
So did fuck you to the lead guy? And was like, sucked in, this is a liberal agenda, baby! And smoke bombed out of there. I was gay the entire time!
Oh god, it is just fucking... It's bad, isn't it? Anyway, so that's their plan. One of the worst, lamest things ever.
So we also see... So yeah, that's their plan. Lame. We also see they're starting to get calls to like the city council.
Yes.
Like assisting mayor or who's under the mayor, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Has Nobody's Perfect on his desk, scratched into wood like it's from victims, like etched in. Like, oh god, you definitely killed people that weren't perfect.
Killed, yep.
Like, this is one of those, like, Wicker Man type towns.
He's a repressed gay, and my god, he's murdered.
God.
Oh.
But anyway, so then the head of state, I guess, comes in and is like, yeah, put up tinsel, take it down, do a press conference, quality control, separation of state and religion.
It's like the most it's like a Reagan age film of like the 80s where the government is the fucking worst and America's great. It's pretty much like a Congress is shitty, fuck them, they're always trying to oppress our rights. Such a libertarian sort of film. Like, it's just yuck.
There's a great line from one of the girls that is like, did you know that in the real Christmas story, it's shepherds that find the baby and not aliens? And it blows everyone's mind.
Yeah. Which really has a bit of a telling on what they're doing a whole religious thing and they don't know that. Bit telling. Oh, God. It's such a fucking mess. Anyway, the mum and the grandma talk about the cop. The film actually fails the Bechdel test. If you count Jesus as a man.
Well, the mum is basically like, so there's the mum and then the grandmother.
They don't have names, just so you know.
So the grandmother's like, hey, so what do you think of that cop? And the mum's like, it's been 14 years, I haven't had a good dicking in so long. Maybe the cop will be able to fuck me sideways. And I was like, wow, what is this language?
But it's not that, Carl. Don't be so crass. They're like, ooh, I wouldn't mind him putting his boot in my boat.
Oh god, the cop and the mum go on a date, and they just like hold hands and nearly kiss, but they don't. They just rub noses. It's like they don't want to offend people by kissing.
Yeah,
like it's like they don't want to offend Christians by kissing. Like, it wild.
Which is great because they're so anti-sex, but then they'll show like a war crime.
Yeah.
Oh god, fucking hell. So we're nearly middle of it.
Yeah.
At the moment, Gramps is fighting against Congress to save the town. The girl's doing this play. The Chris, the son, is like kind of helping the girl, but he's also like learning about his dad trying to help him. The mum's literally just on a date. The mayor, the grandpa, says they're trying to push an agenda down our throat. I'm gonna say this now. I don't think the Congress gives two shits about Christmas. I will say this, though, they care about people signing up to the military.
Oh.
And that's all they really care about from these small towns. So, really, they've already fucking lost, because all this town is happy about is Christmas and going to war.
It's like because the military doesn't want people to make it easily accessible for people to get educations and go to university.
Yeah.
They're afraid people will drop out of being in the military.
Yeah.
People don't need to be in the military. I'm such a like...
This entire America, they're just like, fuck it. This town is the most like brainwashed thing. It's just like, man, they're taking away Christmas. Tell you what we need to do? I guess go to war. I can tell you now, the Congress guys are like, yes, that's what's happening.
Because there's...
Sign for war.
They put up a giant Christmas tree outside of like the mayor's office, and they get so many protesters. And by that I mean 10.
10. One's just...
Which I guess is like a third of the town. I don't know.
Oh, I was like, who's protesting this? Because it seems like at the end, the whole town's unified. Who are they're not in shot. Yeah. Who's literally protesting a Christmas tree?
Because I don't know how they I don't know why the whole town changes its mind on Christmas all of a sudden.
I don't get it at all.
Like also we get this really horrible, really horrible kind of exposition of the janitor's like, oh god, this door just slams and locks. And the kid is like, hey, can I talk to you about that door?
Wait, what's that? What's that?
Because that's the plan is to then lock the guy in the door.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, I've got an idea of what that door could use. And the janitor's like, I'll help. Because I was in war too.
I was in Vietnam and fought with your grandpa. We saw people die, and we have not got compensated for that.
Anyway, so they have a Christmas party, but nobody shows up because they call it a Christmas party and not a holiday gathering.
That's a big thing for this whole film. Like, constantly the people are like, we were writing our Christmas cards to our relatives. We've had to write holiday for the last 14 years. I just don't understand why these people, to their personal family, are saying happy holidays. We don't want the military to shoot us, even though we are the military. Anyway, sorry. Also, the congressman is threatening to shut down the veterans' home.
Yeah.
If he keeps celebrating Christmas.
Yeah. Wild. So anyway, I don't know, people turn up to the party anyway.
Yeah.
I do want to get to the tree gets pulled down and vandalized.
Yep, by like Antifa SJW Snowflake.
Yeah, and it's like and just crash, bang, like these deliberate. It feels so violent and visceral, and I'm like, God, this is better shot than the war scenes.
But then they also put a hit piece in the newspaper saying the mayor/grandpa...
Mayor, not a war hero.
Not a war hero.
And he also gets fired.
He does.
And I would like to talk about something for a very long time.
Yes.
When he's fired and he's given a box to clear out his desk, he struggles so hard to put a piece of paper away or an envelope away in that box. Like the lip of the envelope gets caught on the edge of the box. And he tries to like fix it up a little bit, but he doesn't, and they leave it there. And he continues to put things on top, and it crushes what I think would crush the envelope.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you couldn't have done another take where he just puts it in? Like, why would they keep it in? It ruins the envelope. It makes him look like a fucking idiot. Learn how to put paper in a box. He's got the most simple fucking action direction to do during his scene, and he can't put the paper inside the box? Do you know what I'm talking? Fucking Oscar.
I've seen the scene.
Oscar.
No, keep going. I'm passionate about it. Keep going.
He does. And they come in and they like disrupt it. And I'm like, well, does the envelope ever get properly put into the box? It gets ruined.
Yeah.
The envelope's 100, but it's an open envelope. Like, so much about this scene makes no sense. I don't know
You picked on this scene, and I agree with you.
It threw me. And by threw me, I meant I threw the phone away from me that I was watching it on.
He packs up his stuff. I don't know why he gets fired. Like, it's the most, like, woe is always me. Like, this doesn't happen.
No.
This just never has happened.
And they don't get a replacement mayor.
No.
Does he even get
Elected?
Was
No.
he elected?
No.
But people just like they're like, that's the boy that gives me drugs and fixes up my bullet wounds.
This entire, like, what's it called, town is addicted to Xanax, just like by scribed by him.
So, because the newspaper's like, the mayor is not a war hero and doesn't know how to put away paper.
Yeah.
This giant hit piece.
It's mainly the paper.
It's mainly the paper thing, which I think is, you need a mayor that can do paperwork.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, God. It's mostly signing.
Have we talked about what this guy is actually like, what the mayor's like? Because I think he's a villain. He has a lot of villain traits. He's very short with everybody. He's very angry. He's an assistant. He's just like, go fucking do this. He
constantly rides on his... But there's a part where it flashes back to him saying goodbye and waving at his son, driving along the train tracks. His son got on a bus. Like...
He's senile.
Like, who's he waving to?
He was in Vietnam. He probably has PTSD. Oh.
Just waving to, like, coal trains.
Bye, son. Have fun in Iraq or Iran. I don't know which one.
Hey, apparently you haven't shown up to the pharmacy in weeks. Where have you been spending your days?
I'm the mayor of the town.
I've been waving at trains. So anyway, but because they say he's not a war hero.
Yeah. He
then retells the story of what happened to him during the war.
Yeah.
He tells the dark story of him hitting a tripwire and killing everybody.
In his platoon.
He feels his friend's blood running down his neck, and all of his men are screaming as they die. And he still sent his son off to war and still says, I wouldn't trade anything for my time in war. Say he traded his time, the platoon lives. So he's saying...
He is a war criminal.
He's saying he would rather them have died and he have served his time in war than he have not gone to war and his son and the platoon be alive. What a horrible thing to say.
He is... You just have to be like, what the fuck? They're so... Like, not even brainwashed? I don't know. It's just painful. He's just like, yeah, I'm literally scarred for life for all this stuff.
It's not.
But it's my American right.
It's what Reagan would have wanted. He wants me in pain. God,
Obama was in at this point.
It then cuts to the kid getting interviewed and is like, look, I don't know a lot about Christmas.
Oh my God.
I don't pretend to.
That is the worst way to start any speech. Listen, I don't know a lot about computers or iPhones, but this is the new one.
Yeah.
It's called a 13 iPhone, and it's pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, and then,
I don't know much about women, but I don't want them to have rights.
Never met one, never kissed one. They haven't let me.
I've never done anything with it. Every time I go to try and interact with a woman, I just weirdly slap their hand around because I'm from LA, baby.
As gang signs. Now, what can we talk about the media in this town? There's like 5 news stations covering the most mundane of news stories. Why do they keep interviewing this child? He's constantly.
That's all they have. They're like, "Hey, we've got another interview with that same child."
The one that knows nothing about Christmas, and yet we're listening to.
I don't know anything about Christmas. No, I don't pretend to. You fucking don't have a point then.
But I'm gonna go on. It's about Christian values, I think. The Iraq War's good.
Like, hey, we're going to a witness of this horrible car accident. Hey, Roy, what happened to Look, I didn't see the car accident and I don't pretend to, but I'm pretty sure there was a collision.
Again, I'm not sure what it was. I just get the sense that it's there. We should go to Iraq.
Oh god, just in court. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Yes, I do. Look, I don't pretend to know about the crime that I witnessed here today.
Listen, I don't intend to tell the truth or anything about that, but I will say this. Christian values in schools are good.
Oh god. We're gonna keep going with it. It's like it's like A Few Good Men, but it's like
I don't pretend to handle the truth. I don't think I could. But here it goes.
Oh my god. Anyway, but it turns out Christmas is about freedom, I guess. What does the mayor do? He hoists a giant cross to the top of a mission building that was taken down because it offended one person.
Once. 14 years ago.
So Chris runs up the stairs.
Yeah.
The very safe stairs to get onto the roof to help his grandpa. A fucking fire truck rocks up to help them get down?
But also,
Take
Carl,
the stairs!
Carl, also, 5 of the bikers who he helped at the start also help him hoist up the flag. Again, I think they were involved in gang activity. Just saying. What's their point? The gang guys.
To not judge a book by its cover?
I thought that, but they seem to do a lot of judging.
Oh, they're very judgy.
They're also, when he's on the top of the roof...
The cross says Jesus saves.
That's it.
Saves who? Saves what?
Saves money at the chemist. Shit.
Could you... He hoisted a bunch to the chemist and he's like, Jesus loves saving money. Shop
if
at
you
the
like
chemist.
Tylenol, you're gonna love the savings. Oh my god, 2 for $42. You're gonna absolutely adore this.
We're against advertising in Christianity. Take it down.
Boo! It's about Christmas.
Look, I don't pretend to know about advertising.
Or Jesus, for that matter. But this sign has to go up.
I don't pretend to know who Jesus saves, so we just left it blank.
You decide. While he's up on the building, the grandpa says a speech, and he goes, "People
the longest fucking speech. It never ends."
But for kind of roughly, people are dying in foreign countries to protect our freedom to have Christmas. Because in those countries, they can't have Christmas. I don't think they want Christmas in those foreign countries.
I don't think he knows what they're fighting for.
No.
He's like, look, I've got an audience. I'm going to turn this into a Christmas debate. Because he also goes on and says, the enemy is coming over the horizon. Who?
They're in middle America. No way a Taliban member is on the verge of they're celebrating Christmas. Get them.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's the same extras who are protesting him.
100%.
So
100%.
It's like they've changed their signs just to be like, Jesus saves.
They flip it around. We're pretty on the fence about this matter. We just need someone to do a monologue or a speech.
So we then see that I don't think he's back. I think this is the first time he's returned since the funeral.
It is.
The homeless man with the hat and the long hair is down there looking up at him.
Yep.
So he then gets he gets arrested with no bail. The dad. The kid comes down on the fire truck instead of taking the stairs, which makes lazy and a waste of taxpayer money. Then the dad gets the Medal of Honor as he's getting arrested, and then the grandson runs up to him, stops the car, and gives him a salute. During this time, this is all being reported on the news by a news anchor.
Oh my god. This is the strangest scene.
Did you see it coming? Because I didn't.
No, not in the slightest. There are news reporters are just sitting here. I guess it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas or something. There's one female news anchor who's a bit like, ooh, I don't know if this is right.
She's getting silent. She's getting
There's
sad,
a single tear.
She quits after the speech.
She quits. The other news anchor is rightfully so like, what are you doing? She's like, it's Christmas. I gotta be with my family. I don't know why you didn't like. Were people not doing Christmas?
Yeah. Well, here's what I don't because should we say the spoiler?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So this turns out to be the daughter that they haven't seen in like 30 years.
That it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, finally got it.
Okay, so yeah, so the twist is that's the daughter, so that she turns up at the end.
Yeah.
So that's the daughter, and they're like, well, she went far, far away, blah, blah, blah. Well, she didn't, because she's just in the town with the 30 people.
Yeah.
So,
she's the 31st member.
Have you guys just been constantly negging her when you see her on the street when she gets groceries?
Also, was it just Christmas she wasn't happy with? Did she not like Christmas?
I don't know.
Did she say happy holiday once and they say, get out?
Get
out!
The granddad's in jail.
Yep.
Somebody next to them goes, oh, so you're the mayor, huh? Prove it. Get us out of here. And I'm like, you know he's fucking fired. If you know he's the mayor, then you know he's been fired.
Anyway, this homeless man is in the next cell. Gives him a radio to listen to the play. God, that's pretty of a miracle, isn't it?
Because I literally wrote, why does he have a radio?
I've written...
Because it got to this point where I went, maybe he won't be God because he's got a radio. Like, I went, it's 2012. You might as well be like, hey, I've got a recording.
Again, everything gets there like 10 years later, so they just got iPod shuffles.
They're
just really into iPod shuffles.
It's the miracle, it sounds like fucking the 80s is what heaven is.
Yeah.
Because if the god's like, look, I've got long hair, a top hat, and the highest possible piece of technology is the radio.
It's the 50s. Yeah. Definitely the 60s.
Hey, you like swing dance?
Anyway, so then we get to
the play. The opening of the play is this. We've seen this girl do the dance 3 times now.
Yeah.
Terrible.
This is for the space one. Directionally, disastrous.
Here, look, I'm just going to say it right now. Whoever the actress is, that was this young girl in 2012 doing this dance, stop. Don't pursue...
I'll say the joke later. Nope. Go on.
Oh, a huge, biggest of yikes. Oh god, like it's funny, but no.
Can we just bleep it?
Yeah, like I.
So they can decide what I say.
Like, oh god, I'd rather her die than do what you've said.
It's a fate worse than death, but it's for America. Anyway, the play goes on.
But also, this has been like, this is the opening of the play. What's the play about?
I think
this is where I got confused about the radio, because I went, well, where's the receiver recording it?
It's a miracle. He's God. Carl.
So they start.
God doesn't need a. God doesn't need a receiver.
He's got antennas coming out of his head. He's like, okay, let me just get the right signal here. Just moving them. Okay. Oh, there we go. Do you want the sports game or your son's thing? Oh, okay. You want to hear your son die? All right, hang on. All right, I got your son's death, but no, the score's 10-20. This angel is narrating the entire play, and she's doing a great job of it. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Christian walks out, starts talking to her in sync. She looks very pissed off. Like he's just stealing the spotlight.
Stole the moment.
This is not planned. Very shitty.
Real quickly, Christian's main issue with the plan to make it religious, the play, is that it hasn't got enough punch. It needs something to really get the audience invested in religion. Anyway, so yes, the director is now like, what's going on? This was about aliens. They lock him in the closet.
So fitting.
So fitting.
He's like, hey, ahoy, hoy, ooh.
Again, the janitor's done this, so the janitor's locked the director in.
So the janitor has committed a crime.
Not the first time.
Oh god. So anyway, the Christian walks out, a fucking projector comes down, and it's one of the cassettes that he wasn't allowed to watch earlier that the granddad had. And it's his dad talking about fighting for Christmas.
Yeah.
So this was unreal to see unfold.
It's literally like a vlog. I can't, like, it's a 2002, like, he's got the camera, like, hey guys, just real quick, I'm in a bunker, we're about to go.
I just got my Taco Bell, it's delicious. Shout out to Tesla.
But yeah, so he's like this. He's pretty much, he's like immediately just like, oh man, I hope I don't die, because that would really suck. I love Christmas.
So anyway, shows the snuff film, because he gets blown to fucking pieces. The mother has never seen this before.
No.
She watches her husband die. Why does he have... Who got the cassette back to them?
I don't know. It's a bomb.
Wouldn't
it's
it be
definitely...
on fire?
Like, blown up.
Did he take a camera? Is that why the camcorder's set up at the start? To be like, he took the camcorder with him?
He did, and then someone must have retrieved it back.
Who?
Who went into the line of
God?
fire? I think God.
He's
like...
got
radios, camcorder... I got everything. I got stereos, TVs, plasmas. You want anything? We got it. God's warehouse.
Come down to God's shack.
Jesus saves. It's all going circular, baby.
Oh, God. So, we see this unfold. Christian brings out the American flag, stabs it into the wooden stage. A veteran gets up and salutes with his arm in a cast. And everyone cries and applauds.
I thought they were applauding the dead man's the dead husband. Go on, they're applauding the service of the country.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what. It's not appropriate to applaud.
No.
I'd be really upset if somebody showed. Imagine go to a kid's recital for Christmas.
Sorry. The cop, the boyfriend starts clapping. That's why everyone starts. Yes, yeah. Go on. If they showed a war.
Hey, I've got this snuff. Hey, do you want to see a beheading by the Taliban? Oh, God. Can you imagine if somebody was like, hey, here's footage of 9/11? Like, don't fucking show that. This is upsetting to watch unfold.
Also, it's very me for Christian.
It is.
Like, it's just like, we get it. Your dad died.
Oh, God. Anyway, so during this time, the homeless man teleports into the granddad's cell, and he's like, what? And then they're like, hey, you made bail. Get out of here. And he's like, but where's the man with the silver hair? And I'm like,
what man with the silver hair? It's just been you in this jail
but
cell.
He's like, but he's the one that brought me the radio that let me listen to Christian's thing. What do you mean? The thing wasn't radio recorded. What?
It's God. God approves this message of this film. The message in it.
You know what? I think it should be illegal for you to pretend what God knows.
That's what I was thinking.
I think you shouldn't be allowed to say that.
I was thinking that. It feels so inappropriate for you to be like, listen, God is good with this message. Saying that Morgan Freeman is allowed to do it in...
God, how good's Morgan Freeman as God?
Yeah, aces it.
Yeah. He's very good in Bruce Almighty.
He is.
I love him in Bruce Almighty. Who else has played God in things? I don't know. So they go outside, the town's there, they applaud. The granddad looks out at the grey-haired man.
Yeah.
He gives like a tip of his hat, turns around, glows yellow, and disappears. Wow.
It's like the Simpsons bit where like it's like Leonard like in Star Trek. Well, I guess my work here is done. Like you haven't done anything. Didn't I?
Also, how'd the giant Christmas tree go back up?
I guess they
got... Who did that?
It's a miracle.
They got trashed. Antifa trashed it.
They did. And they did that war crime thing. I don't know. It's so strange.
It then ends with the exact same fucking paragraph by Reagan, read out to us again.
Yeah.
We're then told the movie's dedicated to 1.3 million people who died.
In all conflict.
Yeah.
Which seemed low. I thought a lot more people died in World War II and stuff.
Yeah.
Are we just talking about the Iraq War?
Maybe they're just talking about Americans.
Did more people not die in World War II?
I don't know. But then the credits just have everyone's favorite bits from the film, which are the Iraq War bits. Not even proper clips of Iraq, just what they already filmed of their fake warehouse Iraq War.
Yeah.
Why?
Did you continue with the credits?
I got up to a point because I was listening to the song that said, "The red is for the blood that flows in places we've forgotten. The white resembles innocence. The blue is vigilance. And the stars are for remembering the freedom."
I shit you not. You missed it.
Oh, no.
There's a tagline, a company that just is Chuck Norris's face, and it just says Chuck Norris approves, because he also advertised for this film.
Oh, no.
He
produced it?
I think he paid promote. I think he gives like a stamp of approval, and that in turn gives a lot of like press and stuff to it.
Oh, no. Has he got like a thanks on IMDb or a...
He might.
Or a... God, like a... You produce it?
No.
That's insane that you're showing me that, and I don't love it.
No. There's
Giant
also at the end, it's like United States United.
Mm.
That's like big NRA. Ooh.
Oh, it's approved by the NRA.
Not the NRA, like the United States. I don't know. I feel like one of those like NRA, but not like that's a similar vibe. I don't know what they do. Just American rights.
The film's a bit of a yikes. Yeah.
We're not American.
No.
We're Australian.
Yep.
Ooh. I don't know. This is
so much to take in, but also...
Are you surprised?
None of it's good.
Are you surprised?
Oh, it's exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted.
I wanted this.
It's fucking hilarious.
It is.
Okay, Oscar. Who would watch Last Ounce of Courage?
Ronald Reagan's decomposing body to see that America's still right as rain.
I love it.
George Bush is... this film is like what a Republican wants all the Americans to be.
Mm.
It's so abusively American, and I kind of love it. Who would watch this? I think anyone's not American. It's just like it's a great.
It's a great fucking comedy. Here's the thing: if you're
religious and Republican, this film's for you.
But it's still not a good film. There's better religious and Republican. Anything by Mel Gibson's a better religious and Republican film.
Very true. Or Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I think they do
I'll get behind Gran Torino. Love Gran Torino.
American Sniper.
Oh no, that's a bad film. And the baby's weird.
My favorite scene is in American Sniper is like Bradley Cooper's about to shoot this like little boy with like I don't know like an RPG or something. He's like, drop it, you cocksucker, drop that fucking bomb. It's such a strange scene.
I'm also surprised Bradley Cooper's in it. Because he's a very strong liberal.
Yeah, well, they're all, all those actors are.
Yeah, I guess so. I got him an Oscar nomination. As for this film, God, look, you know what? If you hate the Oscars, you'll probably fucking love this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the Oscars are very liberal, so I guess you'll love it.
It's just like a confirmation film. Like, if you have these fears...
If you're genuinely worried, I'm sure that this movie speaks to fucking people.
I think so. People are constantly like they're just distracted, but they think Christmas is being taken over.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You're in your little town. They're not going to change. You guys do what you want to do. It's religious freedom. You guys do whatever you want to do.
Like, it's clearly, like, a town that votes red.
Yeah.
So I don't know why anyone took away... Like, here's the thing. If you're not fitting in that town's not for you. Move. But why is it LA? I don't know.
It's not LA.
But they kept referencing LA.
Yeah, they moved to LA. They came back because they're like, LA's like crap. But like... Yeah, I mean, like, go nuts, but I just hate that they're, like, fear-mongering that someone's taking away Christmas, because they never address anybody. They just vaguely are like the government's taking away Christmas, which is so bullshit.
Like I kept on being like, did this happen? Like,
Yeah.
I just kept on being like, what are you basing this on?
Mm.
Because if you have just conjured up this idea, what's it for? What are you proving? And who's wants to... I don't know. I don't know who would watch this. I don't know who it's for. Because it's not a good Christian Republican movie.
No.
I guess, God, if you're...
It's like an echo chamber of like, sort of like, you think these things, here's a movie for
God,
it.
maybe if you're like a biker...
I think a biker would watch this, though.
I think a biker might enjoy it because they've only got wild hogs.
They got some pretty nice hogs, actually.
They got wild hogs in this.
I want to say most of my notes, I just write hog, because every time I say a nice hog, I go nice hog.
That's a nice hog.
I'm glad we were getting the
What's
hog
the gag where one part was just like, oh, it's a nice hog, and it was like, she's all right. And I'm like, I'm talking about the motorbike.
That was it.
Oh,
that's
the hog.
That's the joke.
Wild hogs.
Because women are hogs.
Oh, God. This movie needs more Tim Allen.
And
by that I mean it doesn't need more Tim Allen.
I'd kind of love it if Tim Allen was the little boy Christian.
You know, I'd love it if the little boy was just CGI'd in from the Polar Express. So it's just Tom Hanks.
It's...
You know what I don't get in the Polar Express? Why does Tom Hanks play everyone, but then you just get kid actors to do the voice? Just hire the kid actor. You just want to pay Tom Hanks?
Wait, I don't understand. Wait, what, isn't Tom Hanks the main act? The boy?
Yeah.
Is that Tom Hanks or it's not Tom Hanks?
That's Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is Santa, the conductor, the young boy, and the homeless man.
And all the other kids are played by kids?
I think so.
I kind of get it. It's got a lot of stuff to do. It's like 4 characters. Give him a break.